I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look. Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope.
All right, DMV. This is Ramona Jones McLean, and I do apologize if I'm glitching a little bit. We are going live, talking about things insurance. This is the Insurance Guru Show, and if questions or want to make comments, you can always call in at 443-60131, or you can send me a. I want to thank you for staying with me today. This is completely unscripted show. That's all I'm gonna say. Completely unscripted show. You are also able to log in on Podbean. And if you want to be live on the show and ask a question, the um, the link is at the bottom of the screen. If you're watching me on Facebook or YouTube, if you keep it for the future, it's always saying you can go and send me a question, ask me the things that you want to ask me, and I'll talk about anything. Today, I'm talking about business owners. During COVID, we talked about getting the EIDL loan. Now the EIDL loan is coming due. That's right. We have to pay it back. Believe it or not, I think economic, as far as financial situation, it is worse now than it was during COVID. The flush, they're not doing it because the interest rates to stabilize. They're trying to get the markets to stabilize because they're all over the place, and it's probably going to be that way for the next couple of years, which explains the rising insurance rates. I'm getting calls every day. My insurance rates are going up. I didn't do anything. I cannot express enough to people that when you agree to go to this company, you are agreeing to go with like-minded people into a pool of money. It is a co-op. It is a with a group of people who you hope have the same driving patterns as you do. You all agree to put your money into this pool and hope that the amount of money that comes out of the pool each year for claims is less than the amount of money that goes into the pool. That allows the insurance company to stay around, be there to help you. We get so mad when we think somebody is making money off of us. Well, if the company is not making money, then the company will not be there to help you. ensuring collaboration of like-minded individuals that agree to put their money into the pool with the hopes that there's enough money to cover the claims that need to come out of the pool when the claim occurs. It's one of the reasons why they use so many different factors to determine whether or not you are a good risk. I'm asking my people to change their mindset. I know you only thinking about yourself. A world where the individual is glorified and is more important. I got to look out after me. No, we have to. That's the issue. We don't look after us. And because we don't think anybody else will. Well, it starts with you. You have to do what is responsible for the group as a whole, not just what is good for you. If you don't, then it's going to come back on you. Your insurance rates are going to go up high. That's how it works. That's what's going on in the market. We had so many people home. We have so many people not used to being in environments and then thrust back into environments, and our claims are incurring. And you're calling your insurance agent saying my rate going up, and why? I haven't had a claim. I haven't done anything. I'm over 60 years old, and my rate should be cheaper. Believe it or not, that 60 bracket that has more discretionary income, more time to college. You think because you older and you're more responsible, you out there on the road, don't have anywhere to go during the middle of the day, cause issues, causing claims, causing problems. It's just how it works. It doesn't until real retirement, doesn't until you reach after a certain age. I believe it's 65 for women, 67, 68 for men. When you see a reduction again because your activity actually is less and you are not causing claims. But don't think because you over 50 or you over 60, your rate should be cheaper. No, you the one causing trouble. You the one creating those claims. You know how the system works, and you're creating a situation where claims are occurring. Yes, it's you. And don't think that the insurance company does not know when you are contributing to the situation. We do. It's why Maryland, not Virginia, or Maryland is a contributory state. If you're in a situation and they feel like you added to the cause of the incident in some way, you have to pay for your car and the other guy got to pay for theirs. That's just how it works. It really that simple. Okay, so let's talk to my small business owners. Let's talk about debt. We got all this money. We created all this debt. Those of us who were smart tried to invest in money in those things that allowed or created an environment for more money. Of course, we had no foreseeable idea that the economy would turn the way it has. So even some of the things that we thought we were opening up to create new streams of revenue, maybe they backfired. Maybe they're slower in progressing than we thought they would be. Lord knows the old adage, you need money to make money, is true. A lot of people went to these MCA lenders, um, cash investment lenders, whether you got a payday loan for you as an individual or you got an MCA loan from all of these different companies that call out in New York. First of all, number one, if you're going with a company out in New York and there's an issue, they will default on you quickly. Why? Because the court system in New York is friendly to these large tax paying entities. They are extremely friendly to these large tax-paying entities, and so if they have to seek a judgment because they are physically located in New York, they're going to win it. So if you're going to go with an MCA, go with one that is not based in New York. Another one, a state that is friendly toward these merchant cash advance companies is Florida. Those two states, stay away from. And a lot of them principally are located in those states. And I'm saying all this about MCA because I took one and it was horrendous for me. And in the middle of trying to care for my husband and manage his health care, which is all over the place, result of other issues that we're not going to talk about. I got to the point where one day I needed to make, and they tell you they can get you the money within 24 hours, and they can. If you look good on paper, if you've been doing everything you're supposed to be doing to run your money, to run your business and earn money, they can. They give you the money you need in 24 hours, 48, 72 max. It is a lie. It is a deception. Read the fine print. Number one, in the document, you are giving them permissions to own all future receivables. Okay, that is money people are paying you from any source, not just your credit card processes. All receivables from any source, not just your credit card processes. So, like, you can switch credit card companies and think they don't have access. They can go to anyone. First of all, in order to get the loan, you had to send them your bank statement so they can see deposits into your who's giving you revenue. Most of those companies that you may or may not be dealing with are a matter of public record. Okay, they are a matter of public record, which means they can just get on the phone and call somebody and get to the business accounting office that they need to get to find out who you are doing business with and who has the authority to allow them to confiscate your earnings as a business. Okay, so that's number one. Number one, I said watch out for New York and Florida. Number two, I'm explaining you what a merchant cash advance loan is and how it works. And they literally give it to you. First of all, they charge you astronomical interest rates. And honestly, do not take a daily repayment. If in fact you are doing a daily repayment, you're retail. Somebody who owns a store or a boutique or someone where you have daily sales going on where you can factor it in. That's number one. Number two, you need to repay it. Don't do it unless you can repay it quickly within days. Other than that, you can't sustain it because they are literally designed to set up to make you default. Number two, if you are a type of office-based business, you need to request a weekly or a monthly repayment. Anything, and there are enough of these companies out there, especially if you look good on paper, where if they tell you no, then go to another one. It's not going to affect your credit. You're not going to be there. It's not like they're pulling everything over and over again. No. If they can't give you the terms you want, then go to another one. And don't wait till the last minute to do it so you're not desperate. Okay, that's if you absolutely have to do it. Number three, as I said earlier, these loans are designed for you to default. They want to be just marginally to the point where you are unable to, because the fees on these loans are astronomical. They charge you 50% of the loan amount if you stop the withdrawals. And that's another thing. When you get these loans, you immediately, it's like their partners, start getting calls from settlement companies. Do not answer them. Do not believe the hype. If you get in trouble, you would do better going to the MCA lender yourself and say, hey, this is happening. I need to stop the withdrawals for 2 weeks, or I need to lower my payment. I cannot sustain this amount. Most of them will work with you because they're required to. You didn't know that, did you? If you call and tell them that you need help, they are required to work with you. They are. If you go to a settlement company, you have immediately broken your contract, your agreement, and they can immediately seek a judgment. The settlement companies, despite the fact that they say we have lawyers that we work with, they do have lawyers on contract, but they're not interested in helping you. You can be your own lawyer. My agreement, I negotiated myself. I told the lawyer what to say and what to go do. He kept telling me what I couldn't do, what I didn't know. This is what I'm going to do. They can accept it or they cannot. Do not go with the settlement company. The worst decision in the world. Because number one, you want to try to get out of this MCA loan with breaking the agreement. The moment you stop the auto draft, you have broken the agreement and they can seek judgment. Now, if you have an EIDL loan and you're in trouble, because as we know, many of us that in 2019, my income was higher then than it was in 2000 than it is today. Mainly because of all of the cash that was being flushed back into the economy by the government, because they were trying to keep the government, the economy moving and not being impacted by the sudden shift in workflow and discretionary income flow, and how everything works and how people were spending their money. Okay, now because of that, if your income has changed, if the way you make money has changed, if you've had to business plan and redirect toward another avenue and it's still gearing up, you can call or you can go onto your portal at the SBA and submit an application for hardship. It is only for 6 months. But as far as my understanding is, and you're going to have to verify this, the limitation, how many times you can submit that, is there is no limitation put on it. But you need to submit it 60 days before it is due each time, because they need time to process it and review it and go over it. If you wait until that first payment is due and you wait until it is past due, they can still consider it the first time, but you have to bring the loan current, which means if they approve you, you got to pay all of the past due money under the repayment amount. You submit it for redemption, you need to do it 60 days in advance. And if they miss date, you have to pay what is due, or they will not reconsider. Because at this point, at the state we're going in, we are going into a recession. The economy is tanking, and they're trying to gather as much money as possible. They do not want to come after your assets because that's a long drawn process. And let's just be honest, frankly, all you have to do is file bankruptcy. Some people may not want to, some people may not be able to because of the type of business that they're in. And for example, for me, I'm a fiduciary. That negatively impacts my situation and ultimately may cause an issue for me. But what can I say? Um, what can I say? But You have to do what you have to do in order to sustain your business and what you need to do. But there are programs out there that will assist you, including the people that you borrowed from, but you have to ask. You cannot allow it to go on and just ignore it. That is a common occurrence in our community where we just ignore things. That's not going to work for you this time. You need to get everything on the list to be paid, and that needs to just be included. And I mean everything, regardless of how large and how big it is, and just go down the list and start making arrangements. All right, we're going to take a small break and we'll be back shortly. Hello, DMV. This is Ramona Jones McLean, your insurance guru. I am a farmer's agent located at 11707 Reisterstown Road in Reisterstown, Maryland. Here, you can call me at 443-660-7131 or listen to my show every Thursday at 3 p.m. at podbean.com, The Real Insurance Guru.
I look,
Guru.
I look for the things I don't know.
Hello, DMV. This is Ramona Jones McLean, your insurance guru. I am a farmer's agent located at 11707 Reisterstown Road in Reisterstown, Maryland. Here, you can call me at 443-660-7131 or listen to my show every Thursday at 3 p.m. at podbean.com, The Real Insurance Guru.
I look for the things I don't know.
All right, thank you so much. We are back. So I have a question that came in. Let me see if I can read. I need some other glasses. It says that I have an EID and the payment was due September 1st. I have not been able to reach them. Okay, so it is hard to reach them by phone. There is an email address, and hold on, I can give it to you. Give me 1 second. I can see if I can get the email address. I got my best response by email from them. The email address is CDEIDL servicing SERVICING at SBA.gov. If you email them, the hardship form is located in there. I believe it is. But if you email them and request them for it, they will respond back to you. If you try to call them without an appointment, you may be on the phone an hour or 2 hours before you can reach them. Listen, I was told earlier today that my confession that I just gave, that I was being brave. I think I'm being honest because things don't always go right. You know, we always expect for people to be on top of the world, but you overcome the world by your testimony and understanding that things happen to everybody. I had no idea that my husband would have a stroke last August and that I would risk everything to come home and take care of him because he was my husband and I believe in God, and a threefold cord cannot be easily broken. I don't know what else to say. Only my duty. It was my responsibility. It was my faith. It was where I should be, and I believe in it. God is going to glorify. I don't know how, but I don't need to know how. I just need to trust. And I'm saying all out to you that this too will pass. We will get past this, and things will move forward. And we will recover as we always have, or the Lord will just take us off this earth and we'll be gone, caught up with the rapture in heaven, and it'll be over. But it'll be okay. Either way, it will be okay. Because he says, I've never seen the righteous forsaken or begging bread. Lord willing, he will bless and we will get through this. And as I said to my attorney on yesterday, never in my entire life have I even contemplated where I am financially. Okay. Have I even contemplated where I am financially? However, um, it is also never my intent not to pay what I owe, because the Lord says, owe no man nothing. Never ever have I intended not to pay what I owe. If I owe it, I owe it. I may not be able to pay it today. But I will pay it. It will go forward. It must be done mainly because I have to. I cannot be in a position where I, in fact, owe somebody something. I cannot be, because it dishonors me and it dishonors who and what I represent. Absolutely. And last thing I want to do is be dishonorable. Last thing I want to do is to be in a situation where I have done something to someone with malintent. That's just not what we are trying to do, to the best of our ability. I'm not saying that things happen and not don't happen. Of course they do. They do. I'm human. I forget. I make mistakes. Things fall apart. But the question is, and this is at the end of the day, because no one is perfect. Am I accountable? Am I willing to step up and be accountable? And I'm going to do my best. Absolutely do my best. I can't do everything, but I'm going to do my best. And I just want to reach small business owners and kind of go over. There is a number one, do not go with the settlement company. They're not helpful. Go back to the company that owns you and negotiate an agreement. They are required to assist you. And legally, as you're paying something, they really can't default on you. You have to pay something. It's when you stop and freeze, not paying anything, that you get in trouble. It's when you ignore the phone calls. It's when you disregard your relationship that they were trying to develop with you. You just can't. You need to be honest. You need to tell the truth. And I was watching a comedian the other day, and he talked about bill collectors calling. It's like, look, if you don't do this, I'm gonna put this on your credit report. And the guy was like, credit report. Dude, I can't give to you what I don't have. And the thing is, when you had so much, and now that so much is gone, that means you got to take what's left and divide it up between the people that you owe. You're not trying not to do it, but when everybody's calling you at the same time saying you owe this, you owe that, you owe that, you need opportunity to evaluate. You need opportunity to get expert help. There's an organization that you can go to, and it did not um, really didn't cost any, called CCC, S as in Sam, M as in Mary, D as in David, dot FINCOCMS.org. It is a credit counseling agency, and they have an online portal, and you can go in and put your information in, and they do an evaluation where they look at how much money coming in and what you have going out, and they tell you what you should reduce, what you should remove, and they literally are helping you manage your budget. um it's very helpful, and it's absolutely necessary if you're considering filing bankruptcy. And I just want to say this, that bankruptcy is not the end of the world. It is actually a new beginning. It is putting yourself in a position to be able to pay off your debt and continue to live. And that is the thing. We need to continue to live. We need to be able to maintain the lifestyles that we are used to and reduce as much of the furbish around us that we can in order to promote successful financial health. And I talk about financial health all the time. First thing you can do is go through and say, what am I paying for, and who can? And that's what I did 2 months ago. I went down my bills. I called AT&T and said, you're charging me way too much. If you cannot find a way to reduce my bill, then I'm going to have to go somewhere else. They took $200 off my bill. I went down. I called my electricity company. I said, this bill is way too high. What can I do? What's available to me? Number one, I didn't turn the air on until end of July. Number two, instead of running the big heat, I got my little fireplaces. So I only heat up certain rooms instead of trying to heat up the whole house. You can get energy efficient heaters, and and they're not expensive. Go on Amazon, energy efficient heaters that cut off when the room is at the temperature it needs to be at. There are a lot of ways to cut corners. Number two, your next car, stop buying Nissans. Oh, they are way too high to insure. Why? Because they do not respond well in a car accident. You need to get you an energy efficient car. I know hybrids cost more, but it's less maintenance costs and less gas. One of my staff has a Nissan. It cost her $50 some to fill up her car for the week. I have a Kia Niro at mini SUV. It cost me $30 to fill up my car for the week. And that $30 takes me 525 miles. Even though the hybrid, and these days, hybrids have been around for a minute. So you can use or less expensive hybrid. You don't have to buy one brand new. If you get one that plugs up, that's even better. You can plug it up into a regular old outlet. You don't need a special fast charger. And it costs literally $3 to charge your car. Less than that. I think it's like $1.30 really to charge your car. It does not impact your electricity bill. It's the same as leaving a lamplight on in your room. These are things you want to think about. It's time. We need to go through our budget, sit down tonight, make a list of everybody you paying. Tomorrow, Saturday, go down the list and see who can charge you less. Whoever can't, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Start cooking at home instead of eating out. And I'm the eat out queen. I am. 2019, we ate out every day. Granted, too, I was trying to support the restaurant industry and I could afford it then. But we literally bought food out every day, except for Sunday. It is time to come home and cook. Cook your meal on Saturday night for the week. Cook 2-3 meals. I'm just saying. That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to change the way we spend money, and that's what the government is trying to do. They're trying to reduce the spending. But we've gotten so used to Instacart and Instagram and Uber Eats and all of those other things, Amazon ordering. I was ordering so much on Amazon at one time. They were at my house every day. I got millions of things on auto order. I had to go down and unsubscribe because they just billing me. I had batteries showing up in my house, and I don't even need batteries that I don't even need. I just send them back. Give me my money back. Show did. If you don't absolutely need it to maintain your property, maintain your lifestyle, or put food in your stomach, then don't do it. Your property must be maintained. Those are things you need to invest in. Your property is an appreciating asset, and it is something that will grow, that you can use to generate money. Those are the things we need to invest our money in, those things that generate money. If it is not generating money, I don't even know what else to say. Listen, I appreciate you guys listening to me today. I know this wasn't to show you, but I hope you got something from it. I really appreciate it.
Hello,
And listen, if you need have
I
questions,
can't shake the simplest
give me a call.
feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello,